This is SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 FM and iTalk1067.com. Also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Little Bluebird Studios, Comfort Fit Dentures, Aliberto's, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. And now, SHOWLOW Ford presents high school football on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's a beautiful evening, and thank you for joining us here at St. John's High School for an opener where the Redskins are hosting the SHOWLOW Cougars. As I'm Derek Palmer, joined by Paul Hancock. As this is an interesting matchup, Paul, you got a 3A team coming down to play a 2A team, but that 3A team in SHOWLOW is coming off of a pretty rough year.
Yeah, SHOWLOW's had a couple of rough years. St. John's has played very well. St. John's is a very good 2A team, and so they can compete with most 3A schools, and so it should be a great ball game.
Well, we're going to jump right in here to the State Farm. Nope. The keys to the game brought to you by Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Need a key made any day or night, any night of the week. Head to 3 locations for Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. We're going to start over with the SHOWLOW Cougars, who the quarterback is Colton Yeager, a senior, but he's had an awful lot of time the 2 previous years. His sophomore year thrust into the starting role because of injury. Last year, you can see what he did, throwing for 322 yards in what was a pretty rocky season for the Cougs.
Yeah, he had a rough season throwing the ball. Colton's an athlete. He gets out in the open, he's going to make some plays going on, rolling him out, getting him one-on-one situations. He'll make some plays. He's one that the Redskins really got to keep their eye on.
Under center for the Redskins, James Thomas, who was last spring a wrestling champ. Get an idea about the athleticism that he has.
Yeah, James, a tough kid. Last year he started as a quarterback, had a wrist injury early on, and then he came in as a running back. So he's being reinstated as a quarterback. He's a tough competitor, loves to compete. Wrestling champ. That's a tough gig right there.
Going to probably try to keep the ball on the ground, as the Redskins have a stable of backs behind Thomas, including Thomas, who I think we should anticipate trying to chew up some yardage in his own right. But Asher Rabin, Chase Gray, and Afton Cox also expected to get an awful lot of carries. Which one of those 3 do you think are going to get a bulk of the load, though?
I would like to see Afton. He's the bigger back. He's your bruiser back. With the rain, the field being wet, I think you got to go with your big guy, try to get him to tear up some yards, and then get it to one of your little speed guys outside, get the defense keying in early, and then try to break one out on the outside.
We're currently 51 minutes after our expected start time. There was an awful lot of lightning for about a half hour. So there's a 30-minute delay, which then turned into, well, I guess we could call it about a 20-minute delay, which turned into a 30-minute warm-up period that is going to have the game starting somewhere in the neighborhood of, well, maybe even getting close to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we should be starting about 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit before 8, getting ready to go to the coin toss. And, yeah, it was crazy there for a while. A lot of lightning, close lightning, heavy rain. It was fun.
So ordinarily you'd be on the field directing that traffic a little bit. Can you give the fans an understanding about what leads to the delay, what needs to happen before the game can go on?
Well, the way the rule book states it is if you can see cloud to ground lightning or hear thunder, then you have to go to a 30-minute delay. And the 30-minute clock stops or restarts every time you see or hear. Now, the rule book does allow, if you have an app or a lightning tracker, to be able to track it, and then you have a 10-mile radius that you can happen, but that's not supposed to be your number one thing. You're supposed to go with being able to see and hear.
So because of that, there was an awful lot of lightning that was circling around for a good 20 minutes. And right now,
I think we're getting ready for the coin toss.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah. So you like to get the clock to run down to zeros, and then you go out there. The clock's supposed to run down to 0 at 3 minutes till the kickoff. You go out and do the coin toss and then get the game going.
So we will join the officials and captains for that when it occurs, which looks like it is just about to get underway. SHOWLOW. Well, I guess as they're setting that up, we can do an injury report brought to you by Summit Regional Medical Center. St. John's has some significant injuries, especially Case Heap, a talented receiver.
Big loss, good defender, great receiver. Big loss for him right now. He has an ACL. He's out for the season.
And I believe I'm looking at a biggin down there. We don't have his name on the roster, but he seems to be also unfit for play.
I think St. John's has 3 knee injuries right now.
We're going to send it down to the white hat for the coin toss. I don't know if his mic is on, so we will not hear what he has to say, but
So I'm going to throw it in the air, say it loud enough that Chance can hear you.
and
St.
looks
John's
as if
won the toss.
St. John's won and is going to defer. So SHOWLOW is going to receive, and our 2021 football season is set to get underway. We will have the kickoff for you right after this. It's SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? SHOWLOW Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, SHOWLOW Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. SHOWLOW Ford has the best deal. SHOWLOW Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SHOWLOWFord.com.
Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Aliberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Aliberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in SHOWLOW, Wagon Wheel, Pine Top, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Aliberto's. Real, fresh Mexican food.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
It's a tough game out there. We can help you reach your goals and come out victorious. Need help paying for college? Let the financial aid experts at Northland Pioneer College help you qualify for federal, institutional, or tribal grants. See our website at npc.edu for details. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
Getting a week 1 late start as Lightning had delayed us here at St. John's High School. But Paul Hancock, it's not October. This is a late start that everybody, I think, could deal with happily.
Yeah, it's 66 degrees. It's a beautiful night for football. We're not freezing. Rain's gone by. We've been excited. After COVID last year,
Yes.
fans in the stands.
Yes.
It's back to normal. Let's play some football.
St. John's won the toss and elected to defer to the second half, so the Cougars have their return unit out there and getting ready for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, head to NPC. It's got the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, and I believe back to receive that kick is Ryan Kishbaugh, as he is the lone man deep. Teeing this up for the Redskins is Leo Hernandez, an offensive and defensive lineman and kicker. As everybody is down, 12 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to get the 2021 season underway as he approaches. It's going to be a short kick. Kishbaugh's going to get a running start, taking about the 10, right up the center of the field. He's at the 25, 30, spinning around at the 35 before he's finally gang tackled, and a pretty good start here to something that we neglected at the opener, the Coach Hernandez era here at SHOWLOW.
Coach Hernandez, it's an exciting era for SHOWLOW. You know, got a championship caliber coach, one who's turned a Coolidge team for many years into a tough squad. I mean, if you're a SHOWLOW fan, you're excited about this. And what a great return to start this game off.
Got it right on the 36-yard line on a gorgeous field here at St. John's High School. Emerald green it is. And the Cougars going to send two-man wide to the right. Single back as Yeager's going to go under center. Here's the first play from scrimmage in the Hernandez era. It's a fake give. Yeager's trying to run it out, but now cuts it up over the 35-40. Makes another cut to get over midfield. Now he's in a foot race at the 40, 30, 20, and brought down at the 10. And will be marked out of bounds at the 7.
What great effort by James Thomas to be able to catch him down, to catch up to him, bring him down there. But what a great run by SHOWLOW. Again, Yeager, get him out in the open field. He's got the speed, and he's a tough kid to catch.
That's a 49-yard run to make it 1st and goal here on the first play from scrimmage. 11:35 left here in the first quarter, and the Cougars are already threatening. Now I formation with Kishbaugh deep. Again, two receivers going out wide to the right. Yeager under center, who just had the big run. This time he's going to give it to Kishbaugh, who has it blown up in the backfield, getting there for the stop.
You know, that's one thing that St. John's is really known well for is their run defense, especially up the middle. The SHOWLOW players, they're going to have to hold their blocks a little bit better.
That was J.T. Richardson getting in there for that stop. Now single back for the Cougars. Looks to be Colton Cloyd as they fake the give. I'm not sure what just happened there.
I think they gave it to the first guy through.
Cooper Irving has the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown, and it seemed as if it caught just about everybody, ourselves included, by surprise.
Yeah, a little misdirection looked like. Caught the St. John's defensive line and linebackers off, and great opening start for the Cougars.
10-yard run for the score, 6-0. The Cougars are up as now they are flirting with a potential two-point try. Going to throw a screen out that has some blockers and potential as he's going to zig and zag his way into the end zone. Lane Perkins is there to get the two-point conversion and make it an 8-0 start to the Hernandez era, with SHOWLOW going 56 yards on just 3 plays in the opening drive to take an 8-0 lead with 10:53 to go in the first quarter. This is SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Eight 0 after the first drive. SHOWLOW leading St. John's. Now getting ready for the Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, head to NPC. It's got the lowest tuition in the state as Yeager is out to kick this away. Again, just one man deep, but it's a squibber. It's going to be dove upon, and good hands there shown by the Redskins. We're going to have great field position starting on their own 39.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a surprising kick, a little squib to start off, but maybe let's put it on the ground. With it being wet, maybe we get a fumble.
So actually move it back to the 38, and that's going to bring James Thomas out, who's going to have a little bit heavy lifting here. And I think at this point, especially looking at the way that the Cougars were able to get yards in big bunches, that's not necessarily, traditionally anyway, St. John's style.
No, St. John's is usually going to grind it out, wear you down, take their time getting into the end zone. And ball controls a lot of their big offense.
Two receivers coming out wide right, two to the left also, as Thomas is going to work from the shotgun. Single back is on his left, who's going to get the call, go out at the gut. No, it's actually dropped, and SHOWLOW is indicating that, at least on the sideline, it thinks that it's got it, and they do force the turnover. So a poor exchange there on the first play from scrimmage between Thomas, and I couldn't see who he was trying to give it to, but it was fallen upon by A.J. Henderson. And right now, the Cougars got to be feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, game's starting off perfect for SHOWLOW at this point. Quick early strike, quick turnover, and 34.5, 35 yards away. So you're already threatening again.
10:45 to go in the first quarter, and after the first turnover, the Cougars scored on just 3 plays on their first drive. Now lead 8-0 and are already in Redskin territory as Yeager with an offset eye behind him. 2 receivers out wide right as he goes under center. Long count, and I think there was some movement there, maybe a little too long.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver on this side was leaning back, trying to get a little early start on pulling.
2 receivers that are lining up over there was the previously utilized Lane Perkins, who was able to convert on the 2-point try. And now going to send both Perkins and Jeremy Kishbaugh over to the left of the line. Nope, now they move back over to the right side as Yeager looks ready to go under center. With the single back behind him is Irving, who had the touchdown. Now Kishbaugh coming in motion. He's going to get the call, trying to come from the right to the left. Again, players in the backfield, but he's able to use his speed to get over the 40 and turn what looked like it could have been a loss into a 5-yard gain, getting back to 5 yards lost.
Yeah, SHOWLOW's got speed to burn. They got a lot of speed. They usually have great athletes over there, and this year's no exception.
5 back, make it 2nd and 10. And right back on the 35-yard line. Again with Irving to the right of his quarterback, who's under center. 3 receivers bunched up on the right of the line. Fake the give as he starts rolling to the right side and has an open man in the flat looking for Kishbaugh, but it was thrown behind him, incomplete.
Yeah, St. John's is lucky on that one. If he hits him in stride, they probably get 10, 15 yards easy on that play. He had a step.
So here's a big 3rd down play after the fumble. They're relatively deep in Redskin territory and already shown a little bit of an gambling psychology, going for 2 on the first conversion. So you might think that they might try to go for a 1st down here if they are not able to convert, as Kishbaugh gets the pitch and cuts it up, goes down the hash lines and gets inside the 30. Might all the way, whoa, he's marked all the way down to the 26 and very close to a 1st down. So that makes this conversation quite a bit easier.
Yeah, you're 1 yard to go. I think Coach Hernandez will definitely go for it.
Scoreboard's showing it's a long one, as there's receivers on either side. You're going to give with the keep, and Yeager, who goes over the 25, has a huge surge. Still on his feet. No, he's able to bounce it outside, and again, I'm caught unawares as another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass touchdown, as I still, watching our replay, could not see when he was able to move out of that giant pool of humanity.
That was a great job by Yeager to keep his feet moving and keep looking for the little opening. Looked like a 2-3 yard gain, but he broke that for 24.
Yeager has missed on his only pass attempt, but now on his only 2 rushes is good for 76 yards and a touchdown. And now that had a little bit too much of a curiosity, I think, with Irving in the backfield, trying to time when he was going to turn up, but instead is going to force his team back 5 yards. Watch the Cougars already go for 2 and then squib the ensuing kick. I'm wondering if this is a demonstration of a lack of confidence in the kicking game.
Yeah, maybe they don't have a kicker they trust yet.
They're going for it again as Yeager cuts it up and dives into the end zone. He's got another 2-point conversion, and it is now 16-0, just 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the season. The Cougars get the turnover and the score, and now lead 16-0 here at St. John's, with 9 minutes and 55 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on NightTalk 106.7 and NightTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in SHOWLOW and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
16-0, SHOWLOW leading at St. John's. The Cougars have scored on both of their possessions. The Redskins fumbled on the only play from scrimmage that they have run. I believe that is James Thomas, who is back to receive the kick. And right now, he's deep, but Yeager squibbed the first one on 2 touchdowns. The Cougars have not attempted an extra point. This time it puts this one a little bit deeper into the air, takes an awkward bounce, but still it's gathered in. Now they need a big return to the Redskins, but there's good coverage down. Still going to be reasonably decent field position for the Redskins, who really need to make something happen here.
Yeah, this is early in the game, and it's already a big series for the Redskins. They don't really need to score on this one, but they just need to kind of slow it and have a good drive and kind of let the defense take a rest and figure out what they need to do to stop the show.
Said the last time they were coming back out that they don't necessarily have this sort of style of play that is meant to match big plays, but at this point it almost feels like a long drive here would be better than trying to match them up with a long
I think so.
play.
I think so. Just try to get some momentum going.
Thomas fakes the Gibbs, going to keep. Starts moving to the left, runs out of one tackle. Now he's over the 40. Now in the flip race over the 50, down to the far sideline. He's over the 30, loses the football again, and it's going to be nearly fallen on by one SHOWLOW player, but I think the Redskins are going to get it back, gaining about 7 yards on the recovery.
What a great run by James Thomas. Ball comes out, and Redskins get lucky and maintain possession of the ball, but here they are sitting at the 21-yard line going in.
That ball was recovered by Tell Parker, who is there responsible for the return as well, as Thomas had a 42-yard run, and then they gained another, I think they gained 9 yards on the recovery on that Mountain, what is this? Well, we'll get that. Comfort Fit Dentures first down, say word, as it's 16-0 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. Now rolling to the right, throwing into traffic and looking to get a man in the end zone, but instead it's going to be picked off at the goal line. There with the interception for the Cougars is Nash Brewer.
Yeah, that just slightly overthrew his receiver, and Nash made a tremendous play at the 1-yard line.
So the Cougars, who had raced out to a 16-0 lead, and the Redskins, who had one big play and looked like they nearly had another, but throwing that into double coverage and letting it hang up a little bit, allowing Brewer to potentially run underneath it, and run underneath it he did, is right now that could very well be the straight line play of the game from Beeler's Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. But now the Cougars backed up deep in their own territory. The ball is marked on their own 3. They've benefited thus far from very good field position, now trying to use the second St. John's turnover, with now it's still just less than 3 minutes having gone away in this first quarter. There's already been so much stuff that happened. I could not see what that signal was.
That's a delay of game. Usually when you have the back judge throw the penalty, it's a delay of game. After the turnover, it's 25 seconds. It just took a little bit too much time.
Yeager, who has been the primary offensive weapon for the Cougars, has rushed for 76 yards on just 2 carries. This time gives way as the up man was Irving, and he is able to get the yards lost on the delay of game, pushing this one all the way out actually to the 4. So give him 2 yards on the carry, as that's 12 for him total, including the game's first touchdown. But still deep in their own territory, now looking at a 2nd and 9. Single receivers on either side of the line as Yeager goes under center with split backs behind him. This time tries to go to Kishbaugh, but he is blown up in the backfield by a trio of Redskins.
Looks like there's a bit of a mix-up on that handoff. They kind of slowed things down a little bit, and St. John's able to get the stop.
3 St. John's players there to force him into a 2-yard loss. And now this becomes a pretty big 3rd down play.
Yeah, this is a great play. St. John's can get off the field here.
And force a team that thus far has not shown any confidence in its kicking game to have to do so with their heels on the back line of the end zone. Yeager under center, and he's just going to try to get a little bit of space, gets another big surge as he had on that 4th down play, but this time he continues to go up the middle, takes it over the 5, in fact, gets it all the way out to the 8 for a gain of 4, but it's now 4th and 7.
I think a play like that, Coach Hernandez is just trying to get his punter a little bit of room, but they're not in a punt formation.
Yeager is from the shotgun, but there's only about 3 or 4 yards now. It nearly gets by him, but he's going to try to run into one and gets a huge bounce. It's bouncing at the 40 and bounces all the way beyond midfield and finally stops at the 44-yard line. What looked like it might potentially get sailed behind him, he's able instead to have a phenomenal kick.
Yeah, great hand by Yeager. That play had disaster spelled all over it, but he was able to get it and actually got a great kick out of it.
He started so close to the line of scrimmage. Were they trying to make him think that they were going to go for the fourth down, do you think? Or is that?
You see a lot of, not a lot, you see some schools do that where they just bring their quarterback up and it keeps the defensive back, it keeps the returners away, and so they're able to get the roll on this. A great move.
St. John's still with great field position, now trying to hang on to the football. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers as Thomas again working from the shotgun. This time straight give as he hands it off to Chase Gray, who tries to find some space over the left of the line, but is instead brought down for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, even though they turned it over last one, that was a great series for them. They moved the ball really well. They're able to gain some confidence and know that they can move the ball against SHOWLOW. So I look to see St. John's move the ball again on this one as they gain more confidence.
Back to their 43, 7 minutes even to play in the first quarter, 16-0 SHOWLOW in front. The Redskins got a huge run from James Thomas. He went for 42 yards but fumbled it away and then threw an interception on the ensuing play in the previous possession. Now again working from the shotgun, dangerous snap. He starts rolling to his right. Now he's going to be corralled by 3 or 4 or 5 Cougars, and again the ball is on the ground. But it looks as if the Redskins were able to recover.
Yeah, it looks like they're giving him a third down.
It has been drizzling ever since the lightning had blown away, a little intermittent rainfall that has not necessarily done much besides keep everything damp. Do you think that's what's really plaguing Thomas right now?
Yeah, it seems like he's having a tough time holding on to the ball. Maybe the wetness, the pressure. SHOWLOW got on him pretty quickly on that last one, and maybe they got able to get a hand on the ball, but he needs to control the ball a little bit better at this point. Big third down.
Loss of 8 yards on the sack. He's going to keep Gray in the backfield on his right. Now flags come out, and it looks as if the Redskins' job just got a little bit tougher.
Looks like the top receiver was able to move a little bit too much.
So what was 3rd and 19 becomes 3rd and 24. Clock running under 6 minutes to play. And the Redskins already in a 16-0 hole. Again, going to come out with receivers on either side, 2 men in each slot as well. Gray is on the right as Thomas takes the shotgun snap, this time with some time, winds up, goes to his left, where it's going to be leapt up and gathered in by Jordan Winters. It's a good positive gain of, I think we could call it 11, but it's going to be well short of the first down.
Yeah, they're still way behind the sticks on this one. Great ball. Great throw by James Thomas, but SHOWLOW defenders right there to make the play.
4th and 16, and a traditional punting unit out for the Redskins as SHOWLOW sends Nash Brewer, who had the interception on the last possession, and off the side of the foot this goes, and then takes a lateral bounce, and will be Cougar football after a punt that net, I think, 3 yards.
Yeah, that looked like it came off his foot. SHOWLOW got a lot of pressure in there, and I think it made him rush it a little bit.
So it was a little bit of a curiosity, at least from my seat going in, how the Cougars were going to respond against the St. John's team on the road. St. John's team that's every year playing deep into the playoffs and then trying to implement a new system. And they don't look like they're showing any sort of discomfort.
No,
this new place.
No, they're looking phenomenal right now. Coach Hernandez has got them ready to go and playing hard.
Here's Yeager giving way to Kishbaugh, who's trying to go left to right, but again, great line play by the Redskins, not allowing him anything, and in fact having 3 players trail him in the backfield. No gain. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was a great job by the Redskin defense. And SHOWLOW's pushing tempo here.
Going without a huddle as Yeager sends 2 receivers out wide right, single man on the near side as they look to give it to Kishbaugh, who's in motion, but instead opt for Irving, who falls over the line of scrimmage and gains 2.
it looks like St. John's has settled down defensively a little bit at this point. But again, it's SHOWLOW, tough team. A lot of good athletes, shifty runners.
3rd down and 8. Yeager moves back into the shotguns. Nobody in the backfield with him. He's trying to set up a screen. Gets this one away to Irving, who's going to come up to the left side, get a first down as he runs over the 40 to the 30, and then finally brought down at the 27, but is a flag down.
Yeah, we're going to have a block in the back on that play, so they're going to bring it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
That negates a Comfort Fit Dentures first down, but should keep the down at 3rd, correct?
Yeah, the down will still be 3rd down. It's a good break for the Redskins. And that's a tough one for the SHOWLOW player because, from what I saw, he was faced, but then the St. John's player turned to go after the runner, and he just was already going into the block and just pushed him.
That actually pushes the ball back into SHOWLOW territory. 3 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 16-0. The Cougars lead are now facing a 3rd and 17, and the whistle blows before they can get the playoff. And Hernandez wants a timeout. We'll take it with him with this Cougars leading 16-0 here at St. John's High School. 3:52 to go in the initial. It's SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
You've been there waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Cougars scored on their first 2 possessions. St. John's turned it over on its first 2 possessions and then had a poor punt that gave the ball back to SHOWLOW here deep in the first quarter with excellent field position. After what looked to be a first down, an illegal block sent them back into their own territory. The Cougars now facing a 3rd and 17. Previously, when stopped in their own territory, Yeager operated as the punter with a very shallow drop and wound up booting it for 50 yards. Now he takes it from under center, drops back, goes over the middle where he's got a man wide open. It's caught by Kishbaugh at the 40 as he moves out to the 35 and set up a very short 4th down opportunity.
Yeah, he put his shoulder down and tried to get through James Thomas. That was quite the collision there.
That was Ryan Kishbaugh, who had that 16-yard reception to make it, well, they're going to call it 4th down, and again, a very long one.
That looks about 1.5 yards.
They have been going with Yeager in these circumstances as he is under center. Got a couple of extra men minding the gaps, and Yeager just goes right up his center back, and it winds up with a Comfort Fit Denture first down as he gains about 4 yards when he needed but 1.
That was a great line play by the Cougars. They just dominated the offensive line on that one, pushed the line 2 yards, and was able to fall to the ground for the first down.
3:39 now to play in the first quarter. It's been all SHOWLOW thus far, 16-0 the Cougars lead. Trips going to the right, Yeager again under center as he fakes a give, now starts rolling in that direction, winds up, he's got another man wide open in the middle of the field. It's caught near the 20 and then spun down inside the 10. Is there on that grab was Lane Perkins.
Yeah, SHOWLOW's tough. You put Yeager out and roll him out, and now he's a dual threat. He could throw the ball, he could run the ball. It makes it tough to cover.
25-yard reception on that Comfort Fit Denture first down. Makes it 1st and goal. Clock running at 3 minutes and 23 seconds left. Cougars now bunching everybody up right at the line of scrimmage. Single man in the backfield is Irving. He's offset to the left, and now flag stops play just as the snap was had.
Another false start. A little bit of movement on the left side of the line. Just got a little anxious, a little lean into it.
Is that the sort of a flag you expect to see in the first week, almost?
You do. I mean, you're still learning. Got a new offense here, still trying to figure everything out. First game, usually pretty sloppy.
Push it back to the 12-yard line, 1st and goal for SHOWLOW. Yeager this time rolling to his left, wants to keep this one, but he's again spun down at the line of scrimmage. This time for the Redskins there on the stop was Mark Cox.
Mark Cox, freshman, getting some time on the varsity level. He's a big freshman, but he's a freshman out there getting valuable time.
We got a hold of Yeager's jersey and just refused to let it go. Yeager did wind up getting spun forward for 2 yards, make it 2nd and goal at the 10. Now spread 3 receivers out wide to the right. Yeager drops back, now pressure from behind, but he's able to unload. It's going to be grabbed by Perkins inside the 5-yard line. Gain of, well, I guess maybe about 5, but makes it still a 3rd down and relatively short opportunity here to goal.
That was a great throw by Yeager under pressure, and then a great tackle by St. John's, not allowing him to gain any yardage after the catch.
Perkin with 2 receptions on this possession for all 30 of his yards. Just at the 5, moving over to the right hash as Yeager from the shotgun. This time gives the to Kishbaugh, who's going to try to outrun a couple of defenders who were stringing him out, and then he lost his footing. And there on the stop was Tel Parker, who's come up big in a couple of different instances here for the Redskins.
Yeah, great pursuit by the Redskin defenders. They were able to keep him from turning the corner, and then our little rainstorm took the legs out from underneath him.
You just stole my question, because it seemed as if that was the 3rd defender that was chasing him to the line to the sideline.
Yeah, you had the sideline there, and then our rainstorm was able to trip him up. But
90 seconds here left in the first, and the Cougars are going for it on 4th and goal from the 6. And Yeager wants to take a timeout now as they are going to burn their 2nd here on this possession. Minute and 25 seconds left, and the Cougars are going to talk about a 4th and goal, leading 16-0 on SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Well, after the Cougars got scores on their first 2 possessions, SHOWLOW's had a hard time capitalizing on a couple of different opportunities, though one of them was generated very deep in their own territory. But if they get now this 1st and goal chance and the Redskins are able to keep them out of the end zone, that feels like it would be a huge potential momentum shift. And we've seen big play potential from the Redskin offense. So this is a pretty big play here on 4th and goal from the 6 as Yeager, who just called that timeout, goes under center. Short drop. Now he's going to wind up looking to get it in the end zone through 2 defenders. It was intended for Kishbaugh, but that was a mighty narrow needle to thread. And it's going to fall incomplete, and there's that stop.
There's a big stop, like you said, for the Redskins. They've been able to get a couple of stops on their last 2 series. Let's see if they can get some momentum going offensively here. That was a tough pass, though, trying to get it through 2 defenders. It almost looked like it might have been tipped.
I think it was. I think it was deflected, but that had he been able to convert, that would have been quite a conversion. As a couple of players shuttling in late for the Redskins. Chase Gray is laid off the sideline as he comes out to replace Afton Cox. The bigger story here for St. John's is just developing an ability to hang on to the football. As I think there might be a quarterback in there. No, that's Thomas.
It's Thomas
and
still.
There's a big hit after, I think that was JT Richardson who was given the call and stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you could hear that hit up here and almost feel it. That was a big hit.
So, playing conservatively with less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Cougars leading 16-0, but the Redskins look as if they've settled defensively, now trying to get the offense to follow suit as Thomas goes under center with split backs behind him. This time, the give instead going to go to Gray, who tries to make something happen going the middle of his line. And he might have been able to fight his way forward for a yard. In fact, that's what he's credited with, so 3rd and 9 now.
Yeah, it looks like St. John's is trying to put a little bit of smash mouth in there. Say, okay, we've calmed down a little bit. Let's try to wear you out up front and see if we can get some yardage here. But, 3rd and 9, you got to look for a pass here. Probably to the big receiver, Scarborough.
Winters also just checked in. as he's got three weapons spread wide out on the right side. But instead, Thomas is going to try to keep that one, but tracked down in the backfield as getting there to stop him for little to no gain.
You know, that one just, I don't think it fooled SHOWLOW at all. I think they might have had someone looking at the playbook on that one and said, this is what we're gonna dial up.
That was A.J. Henderson who recovered the first fumble.
That puts us into the second quarter.
16-0, the Cougars lead after one period of play. It's SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Attention high school juniors and seniors. It's game time. Get ready to transform your life. Northland Pioneer College offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Get ahead of the game. Complete college classes before you graduate. Visit npc.edu/advising to learn more. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
16-0 SHOWLOW leading here to start the second quarter. The Cougars, after getting denied on 1st and goal from right around the 5, were able to then turn around and prevent the Redskins from picking up a first down after the turnover on downs. So it'll now be St. John's that is going to attempt to punt from right around the same area of the field where Yeager was able to uncork a 50-yarder. Back to receive this one for the Cougars is Brewer, as a low snap is had, but this time a great kick is going to send Brewer back. He comes back up on it at the 47, but there the coverage is waiting for him at the 45, though he's still on his feet, and eventually brought down at the 43. So there was some excellent special teams play by everybody involved, but especially the Redskins able to get out of the end zone with that big kick.
Yeah, that was a great kick. You know, and the longer he stays up, is that ball going to stay in? The Redskins are right on top of that ball trying to pull it out. So SHOWLOW, though, inside the 50, inside the 45, they're in business again.
The Cougars have benefited from excellent field position on all but the interception that happened right at the goal line, which I'm pretty sure they would go ahead and take.
Yeah, I think you go for that interception every single time.
Yeager, who's been a madman on his feet, 5 carries for 86 yards, is under center with the I formation behind him. Handoff goes to Kishbaugh, makes one man miss, but then gets held up, and he gets hit hard. And it's again going to be Tell Parker there with the big stop. And I think that might actually have been Lane Perkins.
James Thomas came in, cleaned that up as well. Was able to put the finishing touches on that. But, you know, gain a yard.
That's a tough way to gain a yard, as it makes it 2nd down and 9. And now Yeager going to move back from the shotgun. The man in motion behind him is Kishbaugh. He might have started turning upfield too soon, though, as a flag comes out, and it might negate another Comfort Fit Dental first down, as there is an illegal man in motion.
I think we're going on that one, since it wasn't a dead ball penalty, that it was just probably an illegal formation.
Okay.
It looked like, to me, the guard and the tackle on this side was too far in the backfield, so we didn't have enough people on the line of scrimmage.
Explain that a little bit further.
Okay. In high school football, we changed it a few years ago to almost a college rule. You can't have more than 4 people in the backfield, so you have to have 7 on the line of scrimmage, technically. And with the guard and the tackle, they were lined up a little bit too far back, and it's a point of emphasis this year. So it put 6 people in the line in the backfield, which is a illegal formation. 5-yard penalty, same signal as a false start, except for the dead ball signal.
See, we got Paul Hancock here in the booth with us, giving us officiating. I'm going to call that 301.
The big thing is, if you're looking down there, you see the center, and they have to have their shoulders past his hips.
Okay.
And what they were too far back in what would have been called no man's land.
So frequently you'll see receivers pointing to the line judge, making sure that they're lined up appropriately. Do offensive linemen ever do such a thing? Well, I actually answered that after this play, as now it's 2nd down and 14 as they fake a give. Yeager drops back. He's trying to get to the near sideline, nearly overthrows his man, but it's going to be brought in at the 20 and then tackled down to the 5. And a huge gainer there from Jeremy Kishbaugh, who's able to get the Comfort Fit Dental first down, make it another 1st and goal opportunity, as that comes on a 43-yard gain.
What a throw. Hit him perfectly on stride. That was a thing of beauty for sure.
Cougars already at the line, now 11 minutes to play, and a timeout this time will be taken by St. John's. We'll take it with them as the Cougars are again threatening. 10-minute, no, they're not. I thought they were, yes, okay, there they go.
That's interesting, you know, Mr. Copeland pointed this SHOWLOW's direction on the timeout, but it looks like the St. John's was trying to take it.
16-0, the Cougars lead, 10:57 to play in the half. It's SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
St. John's trailing 16-0 and just used its first timeout as they're finding themselves in a similar circumstance to where they were on the last defensive possession when the Cougars had first and goal at the 5. They're that time able to get the stop. So trying to summon a strength previously utilized as Yeager is under center. Give to Irving, who goes over the left of the line and is cut down shy of the goal line. He gains 4.
Gains 4, but he was hit hard there at the end to bring him down. But great gain off the left side.
I think that was Parker again.
I think so. Parker's laying wood tonight.
He's been everywhere. As it's now second and goal at the 1. Irvine again in the backfield, but Kishbaugh lined up to the left. Yeager goes under center. Hard count, trying to go again up the center's back and is able to force his way into the end zone for a touchdown, a Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint touchdown. And the first score in almost 10 game minutes for the Cougars, who now lead 22-0, and one would expect a 2-point conversion upcoming.
Looked like the Redskins were a little bit confused on that. Had a player trying to get off and turned around and went back in, so I don't think they had the number of players they wanted on the line of scrimmage.
Redskins aren't certain what to do still with this 2-point conversion stuff, as Yeager is going to again try to cut it up to the right after he gets the catch, but this time it is well defended by St. John's, who will prevent him from getting in for the 2-point score. Still, SHOWLOW leading 22-0 with 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go. SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
22-0 SHOWLOW leading, 10 minutes and 20 seconds separating you right now from the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report. As right now, I think the biggest point of conversation isn't just the day that Colton Yeager is having, 3 of 6, 89 yards, no, I beg your pardon, 4 of 6 for 89 yards passing, 5, make it 6 carries for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Talked about in our opener about how athletic he is, but just how amazingly comfortable he seems in this new system, I think, is just astonishing.
Absolutely. Coach Hernandez seems like, hey, I got a great quarterback here, got a great athlete as quarterback, let's just use him. Let's see what we can get out of him. Smart coaching.
Yeah. As he's got Yeager going to kick this one. Well, now hold the phone. Procedure penalty against the Cougars. There's been an awful lot of those against the SHOWLOW Cougars here on opening weekend, and St. John's right now anxious to try to benefit from just about any lost yardage that the Cougs will allow.
It looks like they probably had one of the teammates getting past the line before the ball was kicked.
We've seen Yeager now squib the first one, kick the second incredibly short. That time looked like he was a little bit more conventional, but now he's going to, no, it's because of the wind. I thought he was trying to, okey-doke everybody. Instead, now he's 5 yards back on the approach, and as that was falling off of the tee. It was going to be touched before it traveled 10 yards. So here's a huge opportunity for the Redskins. What's the ruling on that one? If it starts to fall off the tee, can the kicker go ahead and run through it, or does he have to play on?
Well, what I would do if I were the back judge who's on that line, as soon as it falls off, just get on your whistle and kill it. You put SHOWLOW in a bad position at this point. I don't really think there's anything covered under the rule on that I can think of off the top of my head. But, ball come off. If SHOWLOW doesn't kick it, just let it,
It's one of those things that you'll almost never see.
Yeah, you never see. I've never seen that. 25 years of doing this, and I've not ever seen that.
So the Redskins now with a huge opportunity. The wind really picks up, blowing at their back. Thomas, who is 1 for 2 for 11 yards. That includes an interception. He had a big run of about 42 yards that set up a scoring opportunity, but then all it had preceded was the interception that he threw at the goal line. So now they're switching some balls out. And again, the wind just billowing at his back as his single back ready to line up behind him, Afton Cox. Receivers on either side of the line, 2 split wide left as Thomas goes to Cox and runs right into the teeth of the Cougar defense and is able to force his way forward for a gain of 1.
Yeah, that Cougar defense, they're looking pretty solid right there in the middle. They had the line just stacked up, and Afton ran into a wall.
I believe that is Cox's first carry.
I think so. A big bruising back like that, at this point, I think you want to start using him a little bit and try to get some momentum on your side.
9:50 to go here in the half. 22-0 SHOWLOW leading as Cox now the single back and deep. Thomas pitches it to him as he's got a little bit of space. SHOWLOW collapses on it quickly as he's able to force his way down to the 36 maybe and pick up 5 yards to make it a more manageable 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a great run, getting him outside. I don't think SHOWLOW was expecting the big guy to get outside, but he showed a little bit of speed on that one.
So he had more than 5. He actually wound up with a 7-yard gain to make it now 3rd down and 2. All the way down to the SHOWLOW 36-yard line. So trailing 22-0 here in the first half. One would be probably thinking that Coach Morgan's going to be going for the first down on 2 tries here.
Yeah, I think you're in 4-down territory for sure.
Cox again, the single back, same formation, and now jumping off sides go the Cougars. And they are now victimizing themselves with a different sort of 5-yard penalty. I think that's their first offensive penalty.
I think you're correct. Just a loud, hard snap. You could hear it, or count. You could hear it up here. Just a little over anxious.
A Comfort Fit Dentures first down takes it to the SHOWLOW 31-yard line. 8:50 to play in the half. 22-0. St. John's trailing, but threatening. Remember, they're going to get the ball to start the second half, so getting some points and a stop. And this second half of football is going to become pretty interesting. Thomas from the shotgun, but I think that there is movement along the Redskin line.
Looks like a little bit inside. Yeah, looks like 55.
So going in the wrong direction, make it 1st and 15.
But you're right. This is a huge, huge series for the Redskins. They get some points on the board would be great, especially going into halftime. Seems like everything that can go wrong for them has at this point.
And they're only down 3 possessions.
Exactly. So if you're a Redskin fan, Redskin player, you have to feel pretty good about yourself right now because you're still okay.
SHOWLOW is trotting off the field as I thought the official was saying that he needed time to, almost like there was an issue with the scoreboard. So now SHOWLOW has taken a timeout.
It looks like SHOWLOW has taken their 3rd timeout of the game. Looks like Mr. Cole probably pointed in the wrong direction earlier, and it's 3 timeouts SHOWLOW's taken and 1 that St. John's has taken.
22-0 SHOWLOW leads with 8:24 to go here in the half. It's SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? SHOWLOW Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, SHOWLOW Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. SHOWLOW Ford has the best deal. SHOWLOW Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SHOWLOWFord.com.
SHOWLOW without any more timeouts here in the first half. Lead 22-0 as St. John's facing a 1st and 15. Handoff goes to Cox as he runs into some traffic at the line of scrimmage, trying to go to the left, but is able to force his way forward and pick up most of the yards lost on that first down penalty.
Looks
A
like
couple players kind of went flying by, but seems as if there's no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. Looks like he got about 3 of it back. Good hard running.
Make it 2nd down and 12. Thomas, who had that big 42-yard run, has only attempted to carry the ball twice since, but he's also been stricken with a little bit of fumbleitis as he's under center right now. This time drops back and tried, I think that might have been a shovel pass or a very late handoff, but
yeah, it was a draw play. Just pretend it's a pass, and as you're going by the running back, hand it to him. You know, it's really effective when you have a hard pass rush. They're coming, but SHOWLOW was well disciplined on that play, and it seemed like they were ready for it.
He had that long extension on the give, which led me to wonder if that was a very dangerous shovel pass. But instead it's going to go for a 2-yard loss on the ground for Cox. And now facing a 3rd down and 13. Again with the shotgun, trying to unload a screen, but instead is going to be brought down by 5 SHOWLOW Cougars all the way back to midfield.
It's like a 16-yard loss on that play. It's like SHOWLOW was ready for the screen pass and had it defended, and Thomas didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
I think Bryson Ryan got there first and then helped Thomas up after. That sack again, as you just mentioned, a 16-yard loss, and after getting excellent field position off of the wacky kick that had fallen off of the tee, the Redskins can't do anything with it. And now, again, nearly blocked. No, it's going to be blocked again. No, that's not Henderson, as it's going to be recovered by the Cougars at the 35 as they're on. That's Cutter Pepper, who is able to get the penetration and then goes Superman to get the block. So what is the signal? It might be St. John's football.
Yeah, he did point in St. John's direction.
What was the initial? So I'm at a loss. What just occurred?
It should be SHOWLOW's football. It's a blocked kick. It doesn't matter because it was blocked. It never passed the line of scrimmage. It doesn't matter that SHOWLOW touched it. They didn't possess it.
Okay.
If they would have possessed it and then fumbled it, then the ball could go back to St. John's. But since they were just scrambling for the football, it's still going to be theirs because the line to gain would not have been met.
So the Cougars now with possession, 6 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the half, leading 22-0 and deep in St. John's territory. Kishbaugh going in motion, but instead the give goes to, who is that? The first time we've called Bryson Ryan's name on the offensive side, and he has a Comfort Fit Denture first down after a gain of 12.
That was tough running right there. Took the contact, carried a couple of Redskins with him.
Push that in, well, just outside the 20. Moving it down to the 22, and again, whistles galore.
Looks like timeout for St. John's.
Redskins are going to talk it over with less than 6 minutes to play. 22-0, SHOWLOW leading here at St. John's High School. It's SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Aliberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Aliberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in SHOWLOW, Wagon Wheel, Pine Top, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Aliberto's, real, fresh Mexican food.
So St. John's uses its second timeout with just under 6 minutes to play. 22-0, the Cougars lead. Bryson Ryan just had his first carry for about 12 yards. Just outside the red zone now are the Cougars, with receivers coming to the right. That includes Lane Perkins, who is split wide. No, correction, that is Perkins, and they're looking in that direction. Now Yeager goes back to the left side where it's batted around by Kishbaugh, nearly brought down, or did he catch it?
Looks like they ruled it incomplete. What a great effort on his part, though. Oh, there it is on the ground. Again, it looked, like St. John's a little bit confused defensively. One of their players was running back into the middle of the field again.
That was very savvy play there by Yeager, who's, again, in his first game in this system. He was looking right the whole way, and then at the last second looked left and went for Kishbaugh. Now 2nd and 10. Well, flags come out first.
Yeah, receiver on this end, number 22, decided he wanted to try to get down the field a little early.
That is getting close to double-digit territory for penalties there for the Cougars.
Yeah, they've been definitely a little bit undisciplined in terms of the snap, but I mean, obviously it hasn't hurt them. They're up 22-0 at this point. They've had a great half.
2nd and 16 now, back outside the 25 as the handoff goes. Kishbaugh is again forced to make men miss in the backfield, but he's able to step through 3 tacklers to get back over the 25, and then falls forward down to the 23 for a hard-fought gain of 4, but again, forced to make men miss in the backfield, but doing so to his credit.
Broke 3-4 tackles on that and was still able to drag a yard or two. Great running. Tough running by Kishbaugh.
3rd down and 11. A mighty wind is blowing directly into the Cougars' face, and they have not shown any willingness to attempt much with the kicking game heretofore. Single man in the backfield is Ryan, who's going to serve as an extra blocker. Is now Yeager throws that one in the midst of 5 players, 2 of which were his receivers, but it wasn't close to anybody, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, you wonder about that one. It just didn't seem like it came out of his hand very well. You wonder if the ball may be a little bit wet, and if you look, the official just pulled that ball off the field, so it might have been wet and slipped out of his hand.
I mean, this seems like it's getting close to 30-mile-an-hour wind here. It's just blowing.
The wind definitely has picked up, and it's blowing from the south, so hopefully it leaves that storm that way, though.
4th and 11 in a passing situation. Again, single back is Ryan, and they wanted to give it away to him, but he's instead able to step through a couple of different tacklers. Now throw this one nearly hanging up long enough to get run underneath, but falling incomplete as the intended receiver was Carson Cooper.
Wow, that was a great play. Great play by Yeager. He's tackled in the backfield basically. He's able to spin out of it, get out of it, and throw a pass that just slipped through the hands.
He was able to get that ball 25, 30 yards upfield while literally on his heels. He was falling down.
Yeah, absolutely. Great play. Shows his athleticism, his toughness. You know, you're St. John's, though. You're happy at this point. You got the ball back. You didn't give up any points.
4:42 to play. They still got time to make it happen. Remember, they're going to get the ball to start the second half as the ball is given way, and still on his feet, I believe that is Cox. It was Afton Cox who was able to fight his way forward for a gain of 5.
James Thomas, the quarterback, came up limping a little bit on that one. You got to let's watch him and see how it goes. It looks like he's banged up a little bit.
Did that occur on this play, or is that something that he's wearing from earlier in the game?
I think it just happened.
He's got his hands just underneath his hips as he's looking to the sideline for the play. As I couldn't try to speculate what he's favoring with that posture.
I don't know either. He's a tough kid, though. State championship wrestler. He's gonna compete.
There's a little bit of activity along the sideline just in case he is not able to go, as this is going to be a delay of game. The backup quarterback is Clance Wildbank, who last year was one of the Redskins' best pitchers as a freshman, so you know he's got a capable arm.
He has a very good arm. He loves to compete, loves football. He's a good young man. So if he has to go back in, if he goes in, you know he's going to be able to throw the ball well.
That'll push it back to 2nd and 11 after that 5-yard delay a game penalty. 3 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the half. The Redskins with the football, trailing 22-0. Single back looks to be Cox, and now play is blown dead again because the clock should have been going but was not, and now is going all Beetlejuice, but looks like they're just going to go. It kind of blinked funny.
Might be getting some of those electrical currents, maybe a little Back to the Future action going down there.
3:25 now left as this one pitched out to Cox. He's trying to go to the right side, accelerates over the 30, and is going to take a tackler down to the 35 for a comfort fit Denture first down and a gain of 12.
Great run. Line opened that up perfectly. He's able to get the first down, move the chains, and like I said, push some momentum. Redskins have had a tough half, and to be able to have a positive play like that could be big here.
I think, again, you mentioned earlier that Cox kind of caught SHOWLOW a little bit flat-footed, not expecting him to have that burst, and he really got past the line there and was accelerating by some seemingly surprised Cougars. Is now looking at a 1st and 10 play with the clock under 3 minutes to go in the half. Thomas with a short drop out of the shotgun, and it's deflected at the line. He had a man open in the flat but couldn't get it to him, and I think that was, again, on the defense going to be Ryan. Bryson Ryan with the deflection.
Yeah, ball tipped down there at the line of scrimmage. But you can see after that play by Afton, there's a little excitement in the Redskins, a little pep in their step, a little bit of confidence going.
Ball's at the 34. They still got lots of time, though, just one timeout. As they approach the line of scrimmage, and again we'll put Thomas in the shotgun. He is just 1 for 3 with that most recent pass. Deflected, and now he has this one nearly intercepted as he airmailed a pass that was intended for Peters.
Yeah, right through the hands of Peters. Read that route really well. It looked like he was the actual receiver at that point.
Yeah, Jeremy Kishbaugh was back defending that one for the Cougars, as he is again playing in deep center field on 3rd and 10, another passing situation with the clock stopped in 2:44 after the incompletion. Cox, the lone man in the backfield, as now Thomas is going under center, and will pitch it to Cox. He's got a couple of blockers up here, but this time SHOWLOW a little bit more ready for him as he tries to get to the edge. Still on his feet as he crosses over the 35, but eventually it's again Jeremy Kishbaugh to come over there and eventually push him down. So gain of 3 is not going to do it on 3rd and 10, and SHOWLOW, which cannot stop the clock, is going to watch as the Redskins, beg your pardon, going to try to use as much of this prior to the punt as possible.
Yeah, that was a great open field tackle.
Jeremy Kishbaugh going back to his own 35 as a man laid off the sideline for the Redskins. Jordan Winters is going to do the punting as this one's low.
Line drive.
Was returnable, but there's a block that's going to allow Kishbaugh the opportunity. He starts on the right side, starts moving to the left, turns it up at the 35, he's over the 40, 50, where he is going to be pushed out of bounds. And I think that was James Thomas who got to him.
I think it was. James Thomas says, this is where your train stops, my friend.
Well, I think whatever was bothering him in his lower body is fine at this point.
I think he's okay. I can tell you, he's a tough kid. Great hit there, forcing the Cougar out of bounds. They're at the 50-yard line, though, with minute 46 to go.
They have shown big play capabilities here, have the Cougars, and that's especially Ben Yeager, who has runs of 49 and 27 yards. He's also been able to convert with Lane Perkins on a 25-yard reception. And when you can chew up yards with that sort of bunch, minute 46 doesn't look too daunting, as there is where they have the ball right at midfield in the second quarter, leading 22-0. Short drop for Yeager, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield for a 5-yard loss. Blowing that one up for the Redskins was Riley Green.
Big Riley Green. Good pressure from the Redskins up front. You know, if you're SHOWLOW, you really want to get a touchdown here at this point and try to get this game out of reach. If the Redskins get a stop here, you're going to go into halftime feeling pretty good about yourself, because everything that could go wrong seems to have, and you're still in the ballgame.
Let's say Riley Green is 6'6", 275.
He's a very big kid.
2nd and 14 after he forces that sack down to 70 seconds now left, as this handed off a quick give, which was probably intended for Irving, and he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It was, and he is not going to be able to get anything to make it now 3rd and 14 still.
It almost looks like Coach Hernandez is content going into the locker room with a 22-point lead. His defense has played extremely well. His offense has played well. It's been a great first half for the SHOWLOW Cougars.
Clock now running at 37 seconds left. 3rd down and 14. This probably stands to be the last play of the game unless Jaeger throws an incomplete pass. Well, he's going to wind up as he's coming to the near side where Kishbaugh's got it at 50. Now Spence up one tackle, he gets to the 45 to the 40, and has a comfort fit denture first down as he is pushed out of bounds at the 36.
We should have a blindside block on number 88 for SHOWLOW.
There's a flag. Well,
that didn't allow the Redskin defender to get his head turned.
Taking a look to see if we got a replay of that.
Yep, blindside. Blindside. So that's a 15-yard penalty for an illegal blindside. It's one of those hits we're trying to get out of the ball game. It's really dangerous. A lot of players get hurt, concussions. So it's one we're really trying to get out.
Does down remain 3rd?
Down remains 3rd.
So 3rd down and 20. But more than anything, it pulls that first down off. I was surprised that SHOWLOW was passing it on the previous 3rd down play. Let's see what's cooking now. Jaeger is going to move to his left. Green is again in the backfield. This time a chip block is going to give him a little bit of time as he turns it up over the far sideline, gets to the 50 before he's run out of bounds. And that will not be the last play as there's 6 seconds left. Kind of a interesting decision here for the Cougars to make as there's a 10-yard gain for Jaeger to bring his running total up to 95 yards here in the first half, but they've shown the ability to do the rugby-style kicks, but y'all can also figure they're going to run 6 seconds off the clock if they have an offensive play. So Jaeger now working from the shotgun, and he's just going to go ahead and kick it away. Right into that wind, it starts getting pushed back almost immediately and will stop dead and fall dead as the buzzer sounds to end the first half with the SHOWLOW Cougars leading 22-0. And we will step away before we start the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report, where the first 24 minutes has been all Cougs. 22-0 they lead here at St. John's High School on SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? SHOWLOW Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, SHOWLOW Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. SHOWLOW Ford has the best deal. SHOWLOW Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SHOWLOWFord.com.
Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Alberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Alberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in SHOWLOW, Wagon Wheel, Pine Top, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Alberto's. Real, fresh Mexican food.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
It's a tough game out there. We can help you reach your goals and come out victorious. Need help paying for college? Let the financial aid experts at Northland Pioneer College help you qualify for federal, institutional, or tribal grants. See our website at npc.edu for details. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free
Just call
dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Sholo and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, lit to smile, love your smile.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002. Attention high school juniors and seniors. It's game time. Get ready to transform your life. Northland Pioneer College offers high school students the opportunity to earn college credit while in high school. Get ahead of the game. Complete college classes before you graduate. Visit npc.edu/advising to learn more. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Halftime here at St. John's High School, where the SHOWLOW Cougars are leading 22-0. They got the scoring off early and often. You got to credit the St. John's defense for eventually slowing the SHOWLOW onslaught, but it started up the first play from scrimmage was a big 47-yard run from Yeager that eventually wound up with Irvine going 10 yards out to get the score, and then an eventual 2-point conversion that was had by Lane Perkins. But I think the big shot in the arm for the Cougars was getting Yeager out in that kind of space and seeing what he was able to do with his nifty foot speed, which at that point I think maybe St. John's wasn't necessarily looking for something like that, but it really kind of set the tone for everything that the Cougars wanted to do offensively.
Absolutely. You know, Yeager obviously is very fast, very shifty, great little runner. Get him out in the open space, and he's going to make plays happen.
After a fumble ended the first St. John's possession, that was on the first play of the ball game for the St. John's offense. Yeager had a 27-yard touchdown run that came on 4th down after it looked as if the Cougars were going to be able to get a stop, going to get stopped by the St. John defense. 4th down and 2. Yeager looked like he was going right up the middle, but somehow came squirting out of the big pile of bodies and going all the way to the right side and running it in. And then again, the 2-point conversion at that point made it 16-0, and not even 3 minutes had been played at that point. What do you think St. John's is thinking defensively at that point that they need to do to try to slow this SHOWLOW offense?
You know, I think they already made some adjustments because, 2 minutes into the game, they're down 16-0. They gave up another score early in the second quarter, so they've kind of made the adjustments and have slowed him down, have stopped him. I think you got to keep eyes on Yeager. Have a spy on him, make sure that he can't get out. On the second big run that he had, they had the pile stopped. They just forgot to wrap him up and tackle him. He kept his feet driving. To me, that's more of a credit to Jaeger than it is to say something about the St. John's defense, because they did a great job stacking up the line, but Jaeger just kept it going and made a great play. And your great players are going to make great plays.
St. John's again had a great player making a great play to start that next possession, trailing 16-0. James Thomas ran 42 yards for a big first down, but lost the football as he was being brought down, though it was recovered by one of his teammates. But on the next play, he threw it into double coverage right at the goal line and wound up having the second turnover in the first 3 plays for St. John's. But if you're looking for a bright side, that was the extent of the turnover damage that the Redskins inflicted upon themselves. It's just a matter at this point now of being able to piece together sustaining drives.
Absolutely. I think, Coach Morgan, you go in there and say, look, we've probably played the worst half that we can at this point offensively. We're down 3 scores. It's 22-0. Our defense, they've starting to step up. They're slowing SHOWLOW down. They've stopped SHOWLOW. We get the ball. Let's go in there. Let's get a touchdown, get some momentum back, and let our defense take over.
SHOWLOW's going to get one more score as Colton Jaeger in the second quarter showed that he's not just a running quarterback. Had a really neat throw to Jeremy Kishbaugh that wound up going for 43 yards and a first down that was eventually going to be punctuated by a 1-yard run out from Jaeger. That was a big one for the Cougars because previously they had a first and goal from the 5 and wound up getting stopped. That time they had a first and goal from the 5 and were able to punch it in on just 2 plays to really kind of continue with the tone that they had set early in the first quarter.
Yeah, they just got behind their line and said, you're not going to deny us this time. We're going to get in there. If you're SHOWLOW, you're sitting there looking at the Carlo Hernandez era and how it's begun. And if you're a SHOWLOW fan, that's a great first half of football. And you're only going to get better with him. He's just showing you right now what a great coach he is.
For the Cougars, Colton Jaeger's 4 for 9 for 89 yards in the air. He's carried the ball 8 times for 95 yards, including 2 touchdowns. On the ground, Cooper Irving has 5 carries for 18 yards. Ryan Kishbaugh, 7 for 10. Otherwise, Lane Perkins has 2 catches for 30 yards. Jeremy Kishbaugh has 1 for 43. Ryan Kishbaugh has 1 for 16. St. John's, not as much to talk about as far as the statistics go. James Thomas 1 for 4 for 11 yards and an interception. Winters had that 1 catch for 11 yards. Thomas has carried the ball 5 times and has been responsible for 18 yards, but he's lost a big chunk of those, maybe as much as 24 yards off of sacks. Afton Cox has been late as far as his usage, but has carried the ball 7 times for 32 yards. JT Richardson and Chase Gray have combined for 3 carries, but have not gained any yards. And you're listening to all of that. Actually, we'll talk about that in just a moment. As the Cougars lead 22-0 here at the half, we'll continue with the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report after this. It's SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focus on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? SHOWLOW Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, SHOWLOW Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. SHOWLOW Ford has the best deal. SHOWLOW Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SHOWLOWFord.com.
Hungry Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Aliberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Aliberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in SHOWLOW, Wagon Wheel, Pine Top, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Aliberto's, real, fresh Mexican food.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
It's a tough game out there. We can help you reach your goals and come out victorious. Need help paying for college? Let the financial aid experts at Northland Pioneer College help you qualify for federal, institutional, or tribal grants. See our website at npc.edu for details. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in SHOWLOW and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Continuing with the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report, SHOWLOW leading St. John's 22-0. As Paul, we were talking in our last discussion about Afton Cox, 7 carries for 32 yards. When you're looking for any adjustments that Coach Morgan can make, how influential do you think Cox needs to be in those adjustments?
Well, you know, he's been your consistent player, your consistent, the one who's gaining the yards. He's basically about 5 yards a carry. I think you try to keep giving him the ball, and then take your shots when SHOWLOW starts keying in on him.
And I think that's an important point to make because they have had opportunities of the Redskins downfield. Thomas, maybe it's because of the wet ball, maybe because of the wind, maybe a combination of all of the above. Plus, the Cougars have been providing a little bit of pressure in the backfield, but they've had some shots downfield.
They've had their opportunities, you know, hold on to the ball and be able to take them. Maybe nerves have played in a little bit to the early part of this game for the Redskins, but they just seem to be a little bit off, and SHOWLOW's playing really good football right now.
Right now, it seems as if the Aliberto's player of the game in a runaway is going to be Colton Yeager. Do you consider, or do you see anything that might slow him down, or what kind of opportunities can he continue to make for himself?
I think he just continued to try to get him out in space, roll him out so that he can see his receivers and continue to feed them, and then if he has the opening to run. He's a shifty little runner, has great vision, it seems like, cuts back nicely. I mean, even as wet as the field is, he's had a couple of great runs where he did have a great cutback in the backfield to miss some pressure. I just think you just keep it in his hands and let him do it.
That's it for the Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport halftime report. 22-0 SHOWLOW leading going into the second half. We'll start that for you right after this on SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? SHOWLOW Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, SHOWLOW Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. SHOWLOW Ford has the best deal. SHOWLOW Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SHOWLOWFord.com.
Winning takes focus, preparation, and support. Keep focus on your dream career while saving thousands in tuition costs at Northland Pioneer College. We're here to support your goals and see you succeed. Visit npc.edu to see our programs. An academic advisor will get you on the right path to achieve your educational goals. Northland Pioneer College, expanding minds, transforming lives.
Start of the second half with SHOWLOW leading 22-0. Kickoff sponsor is Northland Pioneer College. When it's time to kick off your college education, head to NPC, the lowest tuition in the state, as Yeager kicks this one short, takes an awkward bounce and diving at that one at the 45 in Redskin territory. A nifty grab there by Jordan Mannery.
Yeah, I think Coach Hernandez just has a lot of confidence in his defense, and is like, we might not be able to kick it deep, but we'll take some shots at trying to get one. If we get one, we're good, but you're not going to score on it.
Hey, if that got by Mannery, that could have got interesting really fast. So you can see why that confidence is building in that short kicking game. But credit Mannery there for shutting that down before anything bad could have happened for the Redskins, who are now going to run Thomas out from the shotgun. Cox is in the backfield with him. He gets the call, starts serpentining up the middle, and gets stopped at the 50 for a 5-yard gain. But that, I think, is exactly what the Redskin fans are looking for. 5 yards a pop and just grind this thing out.
Yeah, he went through that hole, made contact early, and carried a Cougar for 4 yards on that one to get a 5-yard gain.
And we talked about this at length, but as everything continued to go poorly for the Redskins, they find themselves here with one half of football to play and are only down 3 possessions. So if they're able to make something happen here, they could start making this mighty interesting fast, as Thomas this time is going to call his own number, hesitates, and then tries to go up the center of his line, picks up maybe 2, and sets up a shorter third down play.
Yeah, SHOWLOW had that one close up rather quickly, and Thomas went backwards quite fast, leaving 3rd and 3. That's a great job by the Cougar defense.
Redskins go back, huddle up. 1 minute now into the third quarter, trailing 22-0, but a manageable third down and 3 opportunity as Thomas from the shotgun, single man behind him as Cox drops back looking to throw. Now he's going to wind up and airmails everybody and has this one intercepted at the 25. Big return here for Yeager as he's going up the far sideline and eventually run out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage for the Redskins. And there Yeager, who had been doing so much on the offensive side, adds a big defensive stop from the safety position to his resume.
Yeah, it was a great play by Yeager. Was able to get out, release on the pattern on the defense side, break to the ball, make a great catch and a nice little return.
It's as if Jaeger thought we had a little bit of doubt that he was not the Alberto's player of the game in the first half. So he said, let's just remove all of it, huh?
Yeah, he's trying to lock that up.
He's going to go under center after he has the third turnover forced. He's got an I formation behind him. It's dotted by Kishba, who gets the call, hesitates, starts going to the left. Nifty move at midfield to get some extra yardage as he goes over the 40. A holding flag is going to negate much of it, as he would have a Comfort Fit Denture first down all the way to the 32, but the holding occurred right around the 40, and I think that's going to be as if that did not happen.
I believe so. Might as well just replay that down, it looks like. Maybe a gain of a yard. Easy hold to grab as the player is tackled.
Yes.
Those are the ones you want to grab.
It wasn't a holding flag, it was a tackling flag.
That's one thing that they talk to us officials about, like make sure that they're big. And that was a big one.
So 1st and 10 still. They maybe gained a half yard. As the lone back this time is going to be Cooper instead. Now Jaeger again running away from traffic, but he's able to unload upfield, gets this one caught at the 35 and then spun inside the 30 for a huge gain of 22. As Lane Perkins was the man who was able to gather that one in. As over the century mark goes Jaeger.
I really like Jaeger. You roll him out, and he still throws a great ball on target, on the move. That's not an easy thing to do.
Perkins, with his third reception, has 52 yards through the air, 112 yards on 5 completions for Jaeger, who's going to operate from the shotgun. Nobody's in the backfield with him. He likes to run out of this circumstance. At least he did in the first. Instead, he's going to unload this one to Kishba. Catches this one, starts moving to the near sideline, runs over the 20, pushed out of bounds, and is very close to a Comfort Fit Denture first down.
An easy swing pass that picks up 9 yards. Not a hard throw to make, but looks good on the stat sheet for him.
That is going to be shy of the first, but by how much I don't know. 9 yards on the reception. As Ryan Kishba has his second catch now with 25 yards. Awkward snap now as Jaeger's able to gather that one in. A.J. Henderson was his intended man, but this time the St. John's defense was able to really gather itself and defend the interior pretty well.
Yeah, that ball just maybe a little bit behind the receiver. Made it a little bit more difficult for him to catch. But
the snap seemed to have Jaeger moving to his left. That might have disrupted his rhythm just a bit.
Maybe just a little bit. I'd say if that's the worst he's done tonight, that's a pretty good night.
3rd and 1, a little bit of flinching on the right of the line, but they're going to allow it to play through as Jaeger keeps and goes over the 15, has a Comfort Fit Denture first down. Now a little extracurriculars. Well,
number 4 comes out with the ball, but probably was bone dead.
Well, it didn't look like there's any question. So Jaeger with the first down, gains 4. Now, after he goes over the century mark passing, he's 1 yard shy on the ground. His team leads 22-0 with 9 minutes and 33 seconds to play here in the third. 1st and 10 from the Redskin 15. Trying to show some pressure now, but it's picked up. Throws this one over the middle of the floor. It's going to be gathered by Kishba. Nearly runs out of the tackle, but it's going to be stopped outside the 5. Another 9-yard gain.
You know, that's a great throw by Jaeger. He's got a big Redskin in his face, taking him to the ground as soon as he releases the ball, and he still throws a strike.
2nd down and 1. As the lone man in the backfield is Irving. 3 receivers to the right of the line as Jaeger goes under center. Irving gets the call, fights his way over the 5, and should have a Comfort Fit Denture first down, though he was met right at the line of scrimmage. He was able to use his inertia to pick up the first. It'll be another 1st and goal circumstance. It'll start at the 5-yard line for the Cougars. They're right now running at a 50% success rate in this circumstance.
Yeah, Shell is just methodically moving the ball down the field, just taking their time at this point.
With that 3-possession lead, they can afford to. 8 minutes and 38 seconds left. 22-0 advantage as everybody's close to the line. Irving again, the lone back, as they're going to instead give it to Kishba, who's in motion right to left, coming to the short side of the field. If he had a little bit more room to work with, he might have been able to make that a bit more interesting. Instead, he gains a yard.
Yeah, that was a great job by James Thomas stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds.
Stops the clock at 8:24.
But looks like, no, there's a 2nd down.
Second, the scoreboard's still showing 5. I will defer to their better judgment. As this time 2 receivers going out wide right, one of whom is Lane Perkins. He's been Jaeger's favorite target to this point. I formation behind him is going to go to Kishbaugh, who is again stopped in the backfield. This time there for the Redskins was JT Richardson.
I tell you what, that play, SHOWLOW was lucky to keep the ball on that one. St. John's got through the line and blew it up early, but SHOWLOW was able to hold on to the ball.
As stout as the SHOWLOW defense has been, this doesn't feel like it's a big play, but looking up toward the bunch of matchups in the 3A East, if the Cougars are not able to find more success on 1st and goal from the 5, that could be problematic later. But Kishbaugh, who's again going to get strung out, he's going to find his way toward the pylon, but there's a holding flag down. So this again is going to negate a big Kishbaugh play.
Say 22 white. So a big hold, takes 6 to 8 points off the scoreboard for SHOWLOW.
I think we might go so far as it's safe to assume that Kishbaugh was able to get that close to the goal line because of the holding flag, which again starts that conversation. Right now they're in control, but even though we got a score from Valley Christian that had apparently dominated the Snowflake Lobos, you want to give them that one?
I did get it. Let's see, 34-21, Valley Christian over Snowflake. And Blue Ridge is up 13-7 with 6 minutes left in the second.
Yellow Jackets playing whom?
They're playing Safford, and they've had some lightning delays and issues over there. So
here's another 3rd and goal play, trying to get this one over where it's going to be nearly intercepted. It is. It'll be brought down after the turnover. It was deflected by A.J. Henderson, but then picked off by Michael Bushman.
Yeah, that's a huge play for the Redskins. Something that they've been needing this whole night. So hopefully they can capitalize off of it. It's like on the 5-yard line. So
that might have been a little overthrown. Henderson got a hand on it, though, but really got to credit Bushman for gathering himself to get down and pick that one up before it hit turf.
Yeah, great play by Bushman, taking that thing right off the top of the grass.
That is the first SHOWLOW turnover. It gives the ball to the Redskins deep in their own territory, but again, lots of time, and they remain down by just 3 possessions. 7:23 left here in the 3rd quarter, but that's the wrong direction.
We have a false start on the Redskins. I didn't see which way moved. It's probably coming from the line judge on this side. It's probably on the right side of the St. John's line.
So 1st down and the ball on the Redskin 4. This seems as if this is Afton Cox territory, as Thomas is going to be working from the shotgun. He's just 1 for 5 for 11 yards, so the call does go. That is actually Henderson who's going to get that one, go over the 10-yard line for a big 6-yard gain, a little bit of breathing room away from the end zone.
Yeah, that was a nice little hole right there, and shows a little bit of quickness, scooting through there and picking up a good chunk of yards. Looks like maybe 2nd and 5.
That's what they're calling it. As they break huddle with Cox again in the backfield. Henderson off to the left on the slot as Thomas from the shotgun goes Cox, but again his hole closes up quickly as he was initially hit there by one of the Cougars, who I think that was Brody Garvin who got there first.
I think SHOWLOW's realized too that Cox has hurt him early and got a lot of yards in the first half, so they're starting to key on him a little bit.
He's only been able to gain 8 yards here thus far. Well, no, I beg your pardon, 5 yards. And that was just his second quarter carry here in the 3rd quarter. 6 minutes and 13 seconds left. And his team's trailing 22-0 on a big 3rd down play here. 3rd down, they only need 5. Again, the wind not blowing quite as ferociously as it was in the 2nd quarter, but it is up there as Thomas got to work from the shotgun. Short drop, now starts moving to his right, surrounded. Now he's going to try to cut it upfield, but there's 2 more defenders waiting for him, as this is a swarming SHOWLOW defense tonight.
Yeah, SHOWLOW's got a lot of speed out there, offensively and defensively. Seems like they have had a great game plan, and that's the one thing is there's film on Snowflake. There's film on Coach Morgan. there isn't any on SHOWLOW right now, and Coach Hernandez. So it's a tough game plan for St. John's, and a great job of game planning by SHOWLOW.
Back to receive this kick for the Cougars is Nash Brewer. He has had a pretty good run back, but it was just for 5 yards, but it was well defended, as this one's very high, and the wind is going to hang it up even higher. And SHOWLOw has this one touch one of the Cougars. Diving on that is the Redskins. Who's it going to go to? They're going to say the ball is dead, or?
No, it hit the Cougar, which allows St. John's to recover it.
But I thought they signaled it was SHOWLOW football.
I think they pointed in St. John's way. They were just killing the clock.
It is St. John's football. They had initially signaled SHOWLOW, like right there. It's week one for everybody.
Yeah, we're all having a hard time sometimes. But another big break for St. John's. They got to capitalize on this.
And then jumping off sides on the ensuing play, make it 1st down and 5. There is still 17 minutes of football to be played. And I know I keep harping on this, but the Redskins are only down 22. That's 3 possessions.
Yeah, 3 possessions. They've already shown you that they can get. They've had a couple big plays. They can get up chunks. So there's plenty of time.
Coming in late is Aisha Raven. As the clock is not moving after the turnover. Second turnover here by the Cougars after they started, remember, a 1st and goal on the 5. Instead, they continue to lead 22-0. As there's a fake, rolling to the right. Thomas trying to drop this one up. There's an awful lot of contact, but no flag will be thrown as they were both kind of jockeying each other. And I think that the officials were going to allow that one to play on.
Yeah, a little bit of hand fighting going on. No one really gained an advantage.
So that falls incomplete, though. 2nd and 5 after the turn, or the offsides penalty. It's interesting to see here how equally spread the aerial assault has been here with Thomas, though with little success in the second half, and the ground play, as they're still looking for their first down, but the defense really picking up and providing it with a shot in the arm. Now the offense just needs to try to take advantage, and after they had that 5-yard advantage because of the offsides, they give it right back off that false start.
Yeah, again, early season game, first week, a lot of jitters, a lot of mental breakdowns, and that, late in the game, middle of the 3rd quarter, those are just mental breakdowns.
So it's 2nd and 10, and the wind picking up. 5:01, just 8 seconds after the turnover been ticked away, but it's been awfully eventful. As SHOWLOW spread out wide along the line of scrimmage, and they're going to be able to penetrate and eventually drop Thomas down for another big loss of 6 on the sack.
I tell you, SHOWLOW's bringing a lot of pressure too. They're not afraid to blitz at this point, and they're just overwhelming the St. John's line on that play. Thomas didn't have any time to look downfield or move.
That's the 3rd SHOWLOW sack that has resulted in a loss of getting close to 30 yards. That one coming after the procedure penalty made it a 3rd down and 14 after, again, they were looking at 1st and 5. So the high kick that wound up contacting one of the Cougars, and they're going to need a big play to try to take advantage, or at least keep it going, as Thomas again rolling to the right, throws this one along the sideline. I don't know, it will be caught actually at the 25, but they needed 14 and they only got 9.
Yeah, a little bit short. But, roll out, good completion for James Thomas, maybe something he can build on and try to get a few more completions.
See who caught that?
I didn't. It was
Rabin there with the catch. And trailing 22 with 4 minutes and 7 seconds left. No sign of a punting unit here for the Redskins.
It's like Coach Morgan's going for it.
Well, his defense has denied the Cougars here thus far in the 3rd. So a vote of confidence to that side of the football as Thomas going to try to keep this one going over the left, and will pick up a yard, but they're going to turn it over just over the 25. Turnover on downs, I should say, after the 1-yard gain.
That's an interesting play call there. We wonder maybe if they were confused a little bit and didn't realize which line the sticks were on.
So the Cougars had turned it over on 4th and goal on an interception that was deflected. Jaeger's first turnover, and then after a 3 and out, had the ball contact one of their blockers after the wind held up a short punt, and they're able to get that one right back. St. John's still looking for its first down as the handoff goes to Irvin, who's going to get stopped right over the 25, maybe gain 1.
You know, that's not a bad play going for it. By St. John's, the defense has been tough. They've given them a few turnovers, block punt. They've given SHOWLOW the ball in great field position, and time after time they've been able to stop them, turn them away. Go for it. If you can keep the drive going, great. If not, trust your defense. And
really, at
they
this point,
well.
you can see how reliant upon the big play SHOWLOW's offense is. As Jaeger goes under center, he's being pursued from behind, but he's rolling to the right. Now has a man open in the middle of the field, catches this one to Lane Perkins, who goes over the 10 and down to the 6, picks up 19 yards. Comfort Fit Denture first down, but let's see now what the Cougars are able to do with this after they were recently denied on a 1st and goal from the 5.
I tell you, rolling him out, look at that throw. That was a beautiful throw, right on the money, great spiral. I like rolling them out.
22-0, but another 1st and goal opportunity as Jaeger goes under center. Kishbaugh coming in motion right to left. Fake the give to him. No, they do give it to him, but he's again going to get lit up in the backfield. Again, St. John snuffing this one out as it will be brought down by Jordan Mannery, who had that big play on the kickoff to start the second half, and that time he was not fooled by all the motion in the backfield.
Yeah, St. John sniffed that one out pretty well. Got some good penetration on the offensive side. Was able to slow it down.
So 2nd and goal from the 10 after the 4-yard loss there from Kishbaugh. Jaeger drops back 3 steps, now going to tuck it, go over the 10. He's surrounded by half of the defensive unit and eventually brought down to the 5. Big hit there brings him down as Chase Gray there with the stop.
Jaeger showing off his athleticism. St. John's got a lot of pressure in there, and he was still able to gain positive yards.
104 yards now on the ground, including 2 touchdowns from Jaeger. His team, though, facing 3rd and goal from the 5, has only been successful 1 of 3 times on 1st and goal from the 5 have these Cougars. Irving coming in now off to the left. Kishbaugh coming in motion right to left. He gets the call, trying to get to the left of the line, and then eventually dives into the end zone for the score. A Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint touchdown makes it now 28-0. The Cougars are in front.
That was a great little drive for the Cougars. Putting a little bit more points on the board, separating it a little bit, making it tougher for St. John's to get back in this game.
Again, looking as if they are considering, perhaps much more so, to go for 2, as this one's going to be had by Henderson, who had deflected that pass that led to the only turnover that SHOWLOW has had to make it now 30-0 with 1 minute and 42 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. SHOWLOW's in front big. This is SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-00.
30-0. Cougars strike first here in the second half. That coming after the turnover on downs from the Redskins. And now Jaeger back out to kick it off, which is, of course, brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. When it's time to kick off your college education, head to NPC. It's got the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. Jaeger's been using an awful lot of different short approaches. This time it remains on the tee, kicks it up the center of the field, and will be gathered in at the 25, staggering down to the 35 and all the way to the 40. The Redskins will have good field position, and they really need to make something happen in short order, as after giving up another touchdown, they're running out of time with just 13 minutes to play.
Yeah, SHOWLOW, Coach Hernandez has a lot of confidence in his defense, and they've been up to the task tonight, 30-0, a few turnovers. St. John's hasn't moved the ball that well in the second half, so keep doing what works.
Got a minute and a half remaining in this third quarter. The Redskins still looking for their first down in the second half. They've had many opportunities because the defense has risen up, but haven't been able to move the chains. As Thomas drops back, pressured, sneaks out of that one, now trying to spin away, but there's going to be another defender pursuing him. He was initially hit by Ryan, but then would eventually be brought down, and he's a little bit slow getting up, but maybe just kind of taking a standing 8, as that one got to be credited with the eventual sack, Hayden Hitchcock.
Yeah, it might feel like SHOWLOW's playing with 15 or 16 players out there for James Thomas right now. It gets rid of one, and there's 2 more coming at him.
They've been swarming.
It's been an impressive defensive stand for the Cougars tonight.
Second down and 11, as Thomas again going to work from the gun. Short drop as he looks toward the near sideline. This will be hauled in at the 45 and caught to Jordan Winters.
Yeah, that was a great throw, great catch by the Redskins. Pick up about 7 yards, just 3-step drop, set, throw, and got it off on time.
47-yard line of scrimmage, third down, what ought to be a manageable 3. The playbook should be wide open here as the wind has calmed again. It seemed as if Thomas has found a little bit of a comfort zone throwing into that stiff breeze, though, as he's got 4 receivers, 2 on either side of the line. Takes the shotgun snap, looking to his right, now throws that one after a player cuts along the hash line. That was going to be Rabin, but it was a little out of his grasp as he tried to dive underneath it. It falls incomplete to make it now 4th and 3. The Redskins already went for a first down on 4th and 3, about the 25-yard line, so it would be a surprise if the punting unit came out.
Well, I think at this point of the game, you want to get back in it. Everything's 4 down territory.
Well, they're going to take a minute to talk about it with 44 seconds left in the third quarter. The Cougars are leading St. John's 30-0 on SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Hungry for a win? Your stomach is always a winner at Aliberto's. Open daily 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Aliberto's is the best place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner to satisfy your hunger for real fresh Mexican food. With locations in SHOWLOW, Wagon Wheel, Pinetop, Taylor, Heber, Eager, and Holbrook, they're ready to satisfy your hunger and help your stomach feel like a winner. Aliberto's, real, fresh Mexican food.
St. John's uses its first timeout here with 44 seconds to play in the third quarter. We have a scoreboard update from Blue Ridge.
Yeah, it seems like Blue Ridge has had some weather problems like we have. They just went to halftime. It's 13-7, Blue Ridge over Safford.
If you're keeping track at home, it's 9:47 p.m. and they're going to halftime. This is like Pac-12 after dark?
It must be. Definitely going for the overtime pay.
4th and 3, and there's some movement on the line. And that's going to make it 4th and 8. Both sides with a lot of 5-yard flags thrown against them on both sides of the ball.
It's kind of typical early in the season. You get a lot of those. And truthfully, there probably should have been quite a few more.
I'll take your word for it.
There's been a lot of movement, a lot of swaying and going back and forth. The officials have let them play a little bit.
Oh, that one, a low kick. It might have gone right into one of the linemen as it's going to push off toward the SHOWLOW sideline and will fall dead. As we take a look at our replay, it was very low, and it did, in fact, come off of, now who is that? Might be Tel Parker. He's going to wake up tomorrow not understanding why the back of his shoulder's bruised.
Yeah, that's just Just another miscue that we can credit to early season football.
So with 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter, 30-point lead for the Cougars, who take the field, having scored on the previous possession on a short field. Again, going to benefit from great field position, starting on their own 46-yard line. Yeager, who has been a beast, has 149 yards through the air. 8 of 15 is he. Also 104 yards on the ground on 10 carries, as this time, though, he'll give to Bryson Ryan, who starts moving outside to his right, gets past the 50 and stops at the 45 for an 8-yard gain.
Bryson Ryan finished that one with a nice, tough, stiff arm and just laid it down to get the finish there. Coach Hernandez has put a couple of his substitutes in. He's starting to empty the bench a little bit here, get some kids some experience and some playing time.
Ryan will again be the single back. He looks like a big dude out of the running back position, 6 foot, 195 pounds. As a man comes in motion to the near side, but again going to go with the big running back, and Ryan, who hesitates now, cuts it out to the right side, back to the left, and right by one of the diving men in the backfield, as he is going to get into the end zone for a 45-yard score and a Mountain Mobile Autoglass intent touchdown run.
I tell you, that was an impressive run. There was a Redskin right there. He's just danced right around 2 or 3 of them and was able to get into the open field and show some really good speed there.
6 foot, 195 pounds, and speed. He's a triple threat as he makes it 36-0. And again, the Cougars not showing any want to attempt anything from the foot, are lining up to attempt a 2-point conversion. Nash Brewer looks to be operating as the quarterback as he takes the snap, starts moving to his left, throws this one toward the end zone, but it's going to be off of one of his receivers' hands. Carson Cooper was the intended man as that falls incomplete, and that will be the last play of the third quarter, with the Cougars now leading 36-0 going into the final period of play. SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Want to go fishing? Head to Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. They have fishing supplies, outdoor fishing attire, and fishing gear. Plus all kinds of bait, including live worms, flies, and lures. The staff are experienced anglers, and they can advise you on what you need, where to go, and what type of bait the fish are biting on. Plus, pick up your fishing, camping, and boat permits. When you think fishing, think Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. Located on Highway 260, 1 mile before the casino.
36-0, SHOWLOW leading St. John's here with 1 quarter to play. The Hernandez era at SHOWLOW is begun better than could have been scripted. Got the 2 early scores, less than 3 minutes into the ball game. Have forced turnovers. They've only given it away, well, you really can say once. One of those turnovers was kind of an oddball because of a windy punt.
Yes.
But they're looking surprisingly sharp for having to implement a new system and come into a tough place to play as they get ready for Colton Yeager's Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it's time to kick off your college education, head to NPC. It's got the lowest tuition in the state. He's going to be, again, kicking into a pretty stiff breeze as he approaches this one. Kicks it short. It's hanging up. It's starting to curve away from the Redskin receiver, and I think that it's going to bounce off of one of St. John's players. It might have been Bushman, and I think that SHOWLOW's got it back.
Yeah. I don't think he was really going for a short kick that time. It just hung up in the wind, and Bushman couldn't quite get to it. Bounces off of him and directly into a Cougar hand. I tell you, as a Cougar fan, if you're a Cougar fan, you have to love tonight, and you have to love the start of the Hernandez era in SHOWLOW. They've just played a great football game.
I think that Bushman could be forgiven there. Is that Vince Scully would have said he was naked amongst the world because he kept running in on that one, thinking I can't continue to have to sprint after this thing, but it just held up for so long on him and it was all because of this wind.
Yeah, that was just a tough play.
All right, Nash Brewer, I believe, is in again as the signal caller, and not just the first week, but now with quarterback 2 in there, and it is not a surprise now that they're having a little bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah, there's a lot of subs in there at this time, so it's first play for them as well. But we have an illegal substitution, it looks like. So on that play, with illegal substitution, St. John's had too many men on the field, and if you kill it before the snap, it's only a 5-yard penalty. If you allow the ball to be snapped, it turns into a 15-yard penalty. It's a official's philosophy penalty.
So 1st and 5 with 3 seconds having been played in the 4th quarter. That one handed off and very close to a first down, as fighting his way forward is Ray Pedraza. He's in at that slot position that was being manned by Ryan Kishbaugh.
SHOWLOW, their substitutes want to get in. They want to show that they deserve some playing time as well. So they're going to be hitting the hole hard and trying to show the coach that they deserve some time.
2nd down and 1. As the clock runs toward 11 minutes to play, Pedraza now comes out. He'll be wide right. The single back is going to be the giant Bryson Ryan. As Brewer goes under center, drops back, now throws this one toward the sideline that is going to be tipped by Pedraza, but incomplete to make it 3rd and 1.
That's great defense by the Redskins there. He's right on top of that as the ball gets there. Good timing. It's a nice thrown ball as well.
Get going into a very stiff breeze. So 3rd and 1, and if I was a betting man, I would say that this is looking awfully Bryson Ryan-y, the 6', 195-pound running back.
I think you just handed him, let him fall forward and get the yard.
He's going to be up in the eye, and they fake the give to him. Instead, go to Pedraza, who steps to his right, gets away from a tackler, has a first down. Now he's got more as he goes to the 15 and all the way down to the 10. Well, what do I know?
Well, I think St. John's was probably thinking the same thing that we were, and that allowed Pedraza to get outside and get a big gain.
Pedraza, a junior running back, and had very nifty footwork to pick up that comfort fit denture first down. Now into the red zone go the Cougars, already leading 36-0. And this is looking like a 1st and goal, as it's just inside the 10. Brewer under center. Ryan gets the call this time, starts moving to his left, cuts it up over the right, and now is into the end zone for a score. Another Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and touchdown for Bryson Ryan, as this one's from 9 yards out.
Yeah, Bryson Ryan just shows you what an incredible running back he is. Dances through the defense, finishes it, crosses the goal line, and puts SHOWLOW up 42-0. The 42 is a big number, because now the clock will run for the rest of the game.
That's regardless of what happens with this. Well, it looks like now they're going to try to kick it. There's an awful lot of confusion here from the Cougars, as I can't see who's in to try to kick this. It might be Jeremy Kishbaugh. Well, he got it off, somehow got it off the deck after a poor snap.
And that was an interesting play altogether. It looked like the holder was closer than normal, and the snap didn't appear to be very good, but hey, he got his foot into it, got it up and over, and got the point.
I think that is the best illustration of how things have gone for SHOWLOW today.
Yeah, you're right. Everything went right for them on that one. They were able to get it.
10:21 to play. 43-0. The Cougars lead in SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
Who sells the #1 truck in America? SHOWLOW Ford. That's right. Not only do they sell it, SHOWLOW Ford is the best place to buy it. Why? Guy Hatch guarantees it. In fact, he guarantees you'll get the best deal on your next Ford car, van, or SUV as well. It doesn't matter what you buy. SHOWLOW Ford has the best deal. SHOWLOW Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SHOWLOWFord.com.
Northland Pioneer College kickoff. When it comes time to choose your college or kick off your college education, choose NPC. It's got the lowest tuition in Arizona, as a squib kick was attempted by Yeager, but it looks like they're going to bring this one back. Will be another procedure flag on the kickoff attempt. as the Cougars lead 43-0, and the clock is running after that one was attempted to get put in play. So now St. John's has everybody inside the 30-yard line after this one was pushed back to the 35. Again, kicking into the wind, it held it up on the last one. That one again getting an awkward bounce as it comes off of one of the Redskins, but this time dove upon before disaster could ensue. And a nice play from special teams there by, well, we don't have a name for number, or maybe it was number 20. Could have been Mannery again. I thought it was number 30, but it might be Mannery.
I couldn't see on the replay. You know, at this point, you know, you're St. John's, you have pretty good field position. You're on your 45. You know, just slow the game down a little bit and work on just trying to get some points at this point. Build on some positives right here. And if you're a Cougar, just get, you know, want your young guys to get in there, get some play, and to get some experience.
Looks as if James Thomas is still quarterbacking for the Redskins. Cox is back there with them as he drops back from the shotgun, going to wind up, looking toward the near side where there's an awful lot of contact, a handful of jersey, and an extended arm. And that's usually a dead giveaway for some pass interference.
Yeah, you could see it. Number 11 had his on the jersey and didn't allow any separation, so that's a good call.
So that'll be a 15-yard flag and an automatic first.
It's good to see St. John's try to go deep. They haven't tried to do that probably since the first quarter, so open it up a little bit and maybe get some running lanes.
Move that into SHOWLOW territory to the 40. Clock running because of the 43-point lead for the Cougars. Now down to 8 minutes and 38 seconds left. Thomas, who picked up that first St. John's first down here in the second half on that PI flag, going to go under center. Cox behind him as they give it to him on the delay, and he tries to get to the right side, but he runs into all sorts of traffic, still fights his way forward for a 2-yard gain.
That was a tough run by Cox, moving the pile right there. You know, I like to see James Thomas out there. Last year, he got hurt early, played a lot of running back, so he's back at the quarterback position. Get him some reps, get him healthy, get the timing going, so that when the conference season begins, he's ready to play.
Second down and 7, 3-yard gain there from Cox. As Thomas again going under center, this time the pitch coming to the near side. Cox has a high grab, and he's able to gather it in, go to the 35, where he is going to be spilled after a 3-yard gain. Make it now 3rd down and 5.
This isn't good. Cox a little slow getting up. It might be a cramp. You know, when you see him reaching over and grabbing that toe and pulling it back, it's usually the sign of a cramp.
He's going to hit the deck as he gets to the sideline and get a little help stretching it out.
Yeah. Oof. He's worked hard tonight. He's carried quite a load. I'm sure early season again, the conditioning's not quite where it needs to be.
That looks like a tough cramp.
Yeah.
3rd down and 5, 7 minutes and 13 seconds left. This time from the shotgun. Short drop looking to the left. Now going to lift this one up where it's nearly brought down, but is going to fall incomplete. Scarball is the intended receiver.
Yeah, Scarborough made a great adjustment on that ball. Just couldn't come down with it. SHOWLOW defender right where he needed to be as well.
Now under 7 minutes to play, and it's 4th down and 5. The only time the Redskins have attempted a punt has been in deep 4th down circumstances. So 4th and 5 does not qualify. They're still huddled up. Scarborough going to line up wide to the left. He's been targeted twice on this possession as Thomas from the shotgun drops back, now starts moving to his right. Pursued by 3 Cougars, spins away from 1. No, he's not going to get away from the grasp of number 51. Who is that? Oh, there he is, Hayden Hitchcock.
Great pursuit by the Cougars. You know, nice rollout. Nothing was open, and just the pressure got to James on that. 6 minutes to go. This could be the last series for the Cougars.
43-0, the Cougars lead. They've been giving the second unit some reps as Pedraza is already out there. Nash Brewer has been operating as the quarterback here in the 4th quarter. The biggest story has been Bryson Ryan, 6 feet, 195 pounds of running back, a senior. He's come out and rushed for 2 touchdowns and 74 yards on just 4 carries. Laid off the sideline is Brewer. Can continue to allow the clock to bleed as it's been running ever since the Cougars were able to push this their 6th touchdown onto the board. Split backs behind Brewer, neither of which is Ryan. Can't see who those 2 players are. But one of them gets the carry, starts left, comes to the right side, very patiently chips his way forward and winds up with a 7-yard gain. Give me a number, young man.
Number 9. Yeah, that was a very patient run, too. Just kind of hid behind the line of scrimmage and was able to make his moves through there and get 7 yards.
I apologize to number 9's parents. I cannot give you his name because it is unavailable. But number 9 with a nice run. Second down and 3. As Brewer goes under center. Keep it on the ground with Pedraza. He starts right, goes to the left, circles back to the 40. Stopped there, but he still is able to fight his way down to the 35. A comfort fit denture first down and a gain of 12 for Pedraza.
I tell you, the Cougar line of scrimmage is just owning the game right now, allowing these running backs to pick where they want to go and pick up easy yardage as well.
Clock at 4 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. 43-0, SHOWLOW leading and running. As they kept it on the ground, the first 2 plays, picked up the comfort fit denture first down and are now just bleeding the clock as much as can be. A late exit. One of the Redskins able to get up and avoid another penalty. But the handoff this time, stopped at the line of scrimmage as again it's number 9.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if Hernandez calls a pass play at this point. I think he's just content letting these kids get some experience, running the clock out, and getting on the bus and going home with as few injuries as possible.
Clock running now at 3:20. And the Cougars, who jumped out to a 16-point lead less than 3 minutes into the ball game and just didn't look back. St. John's defense was able to make it interesting. It was just 22-0 at the half, but SHOWLOW continued to pour the offense on as the game wore on, as this one again given to number 9, who loses the football, and it's going to be gathered up, and it's going to potentially be returned by Scarbaugh, who's going to get grabbed from behind and stopped at midfield. But there, the St. John's defense showing no quit, as there's the 3rd turnover for the Cougars.
Now, that was a great play by the defense. Ball pops out. Scarborough picks it up. And I tell you, number 52 probably comes close to a horse collar tackle, but lets go and readjusts his grip and takes him down that way, saving 15 extra yards. So, smart play.
It's also 10:06.
It's also 10:06.
So maybe the official's body clock was allowing that one a little bit of latitude.
Yeah.
Here's Thomas from the shotgun, and he's not brought down, but he still is able to stay on his feet before he's being tackled by 5 Cougars. Somebody who was there, Dodger Hawkins was initially there, but just could not bring down the crafty Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas shows how strong he is and crafty, able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But again, I mean, SHOWLOW's just getting in there and getting a lot of pressure back there.
Less than 2 minutes to play, 43-0. Dropping back, Thomas looks over the middle. His pass is picked off. That one's going to be brought down by number 15 as he goes all the way into Redskin territory and is stopped at the 35. I don't think I have a name for number 15 as well.
You know, this has been a tremendous showing by the SHOWLOW Cougars. They played just a great game, both sides of the ball. Their second team's come in and done a great job. They did have that one fumble, but gets it right back on an interception, a good return. Minute to go, we might just see the victory formation here. You know, one snap and this game's over, really, in the victory formation.
That is something that I think Coach Hernandez is probably going to feel best about after this one. Is he's watched his second units really ice this thing with his second unit defense picking up a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, the second unit played well as almost as well as their first unit. They've been able to secure the win. It's a great start for Cougar football this year.
43-0 they lead and don't look as if they're interested in trying to gain any more yardage as Brewer using as much clock as he can before he takes a knee, and that should do it.
That should. It's, a little bit of extracurricular on that one. You want to get in there and just end it and clear it out a little bit. Game's over. But a great job by the Cougars. A lot of fight in the Redskins as well. Game just didn't go their way tonight, but they continued to fight.
So a big opening statement from Hernandez as he hits a 43-0 win with his Cougars at St. John's High School. And we will start our post-game conversation right after this. 43-0 SHOWLOW wins at SHOWLOW Ford presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 and iTalk1067.com.
It's a tough game out there. We can help you reach your goals and come out victorious. Need help paying for college? Let the financial aid experts at Northland Pioneer College help you qualify for federal, institutional, or tribal grants. See our website at npc.edu for details. Northland Pioneer College. Expanding minds, transforming lives.
I got this.
Don't take time out of your busy day. Let Mountain Mobile Auto Glass come to you. All our technicians are certified by the National Auto Glass Safety Council. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass will give you $50 cash, free movie passes, and free dinner.
536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in SHOWLOW and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain sports.
43-0 SHOWLOW with a huge statement in Coach Hernandez's first game with the Cougars as he was able to get the offense going. As we'll start taking a look at a couple of these, especially the glass-shattering hit of the game. It looks bad on the scoreboard, but I think that belies the effort, especially that St. John's made on the defensive end. And we're going to go to one of the couple of stops that they had on 1st and goals from the 5. They were able to keep SHOWLOW out of the end zone on 2 of the 4 that started that way, and one of them was because J.T. Richardson was able to stop a Ryan Kishbaugh run with a huge hit that went for a loss of 1 when they were trying to string him out and going to the left, but you got to give a lot of credit to Richardson for pursuing and then getting a huge blow.
Oh, I tell you, it was an impressive play. He pursued it, got there, and then it was a hit that was loud. You could feel it up here as well. He represented well at the point of contact on that one.
So that is your glass-shattering hit of the game. Brought to you by Deemer's Glass. For all your glass needs, call 1-888-GLASSMAN. Our straight line play of the game brought to you by Beeler's Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. And we're going to go to the first play from scrimmage. A 47-yard run from Yeager, who really got the tone set there for the Cougar offense.
Yeah, I mean, he got out in the open, was able to get past a few defenders, and I think he got caught and ran down by Thomas, but, I mean, it set the tone. It's like, hey, this is what's going to happen, and be ready.
And that's Colton Yeager on that Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. We've been talking about him an awful lot, and we're going to continue because he is our Alberto's player of the game, Alberto's real fresh Mexican food. He's the hungry player of the game, and you can see his appetite on that run there that started it off, the 47-yard run. Second possession, came back with a 27-yard touchdown run. That was on 4th and short. he also got to give you the numbers because he went 8 of 15 for 149 yards. His favorite target, Lane Perkins, 4 catches for 71 yards. Ryan Kishbaugh had 3 catches for 34 yards, but I think as impressive as that was, Yeager's running game, 10 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns, and again, all that running play really set the tone.
I tell you, Colton Yeager just showed up tonight, and he did everything. He did everything for SHOWLOW tonight, offensively, defensively. He kicked it off. I mean, I think he might be driving the bus home. He just did everything tonight. Just an impressive player.
If he could drive the bus home, I think that we got to give him the driver's seat for next week's Hungry Player of the Game, because that would be the most impressive feat.
Yes.
But he is definitely today's football player of the game after combining for more than 200 yards of offense and getting the Hernandez era at SHOWLOW off to an exciting start.
It was fun just watching the Cougar players as they ran off their sideline, and they're down about the 10-yard line, but they're dancing, they're jumping, they're excited. And as a fan of SHOWLOW, you've got to be excited about the way that this football program is headed right now. The kids are excited, the fans are excited. It's a great time.
On the other side of the field, what does St. John's need to do to rebound?
You know what? They ran into a very good SHOWLOW team. SHOWLOW's athletic, they're big. It's a tough football team year in and year out. St. John's wasn't that bad. I mean, it was 22-0 halftime. They had 3 turnovers in the first half, gave up huge yardage on the first turnover, and just were always behind the whole time and just couldn't get it. Cut back on your turnovers, clean up your game a little bit, just relax and play. It'll come. St. John's is a good ball club. They're well coached. They're going to be okay. They'll be there in the end.
Last call here at St. John's High School, 43-0. The SHOWLOW Cougars pick up the huge win. As we thank you for starting your weekend with us. Thank you to everybody in the truck. Thank you, Paul Hancock, for joining us. This was great.
Hey, thanks for having me. I had a great time. I missed not having the stripes on tonight, but this was a lot of fun. And I appreciate what iTalk does, especially for the youth in our communities. And it's fun to be able to see them be successful and watch it. And as officials, we spend a lot of time watching iTalk.
Oh, that's good to know, but we will now be much more kinder during the broadcast.
It helps us just kind of see what we're missing and try to get better.
Well, thank you for joining us. Thank you all for listening and watching. Until next week, I'm Derek Palmer, wishing you a very great weekend.
This has been SHOWLOW Ford's presentation of high school football on iTalk 106.7 KNKI Pine Top and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Octopus Car Wash, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Little Bluebird Studios, Comfort Fit Dentures, Alberto's, Summit Regional Medical Center, and Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communications station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk